All right, welcome back to another episode of Muscles and Masculinity from T to Z. I'm your host, Scott, aka Fluffy. This is my co host, Jodie Alexander, aka Damn It Jodie on Instagram. And tonight I'm going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to call you Tats.
Oh, that's
On,
yeah.
he is a strength coach out of New Zealand, correct?
Australia, down south.
Australia, Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney,
Said down
Australia.
south.
So
Well,
that's my
but
introduction. Sorry.
yeah, no, look, let me, cause Tats, I just started following you. I hadn't heard anything about you until Scott had mentioned you. So I jump on your page and he's like, this dude's like an ant. Like he's small, but he's got so much fucking power. He's so fucking strong. And I immediately, dude, I like tripped running to your Instagram page. And I'm like, my God, this dude's a fucking beast. So
Thank you.
Tats, I don't even remember now. What are your numbers, squat, bench, deadlift right now?
Recently, I think pro bench 140. I think the last time I touched it was around 87 kilos. The last time I competed, so it was 140. Unfortunately, I had severe disc issues, so we didn't really squat that well. But my best squat was 210 at 82. But I recently did 190 for 5 and then 200 for 2 at 79 kilos now because I've gone on a big cut. And my deadlift has always been 200, no matter at what weight I've been. I'm just not built to deadlift.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
impressive, man. Those are insane numbers.
Thank you.
Yeah, mind you, this is also in kilos, so that 140 is 308. You said 210?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
think
460.
yeah, we're gonna test out 220. I think very soon. We're just gonna have to manage a couple things at the moment because in Australia we have something called City to Surf, so I've been prepping to run that.
Nice.
Yeah, running and lifting at the same time ended up just sparking up my knee tendonitis.
Ooh.
So we're just gonna back off a little bit and then we'll give it an attempt because there's this coach that I work with called, I don't know if you guys have heard of her, called Isabella von Weisenberg. She's like huge in the IPF world, like represents Sweden, like has won over, God, I don't know how many records at this point. And she is an actual, like, she's an actual beast, like weighing at, I think back in the day, like 60 kilo-ish weight class, like squatted over 200, like benches 100, deadlifts over like
Jesus.
something like that. Yeah, she's insane. And we had a bet that was first to 230 for squat. But yeah, she's good. So that's the goal at the moment. So if I can get that at 79 or 80 kilos, that for body weight, that'd be fantastic.
Shit, yeah. Well, that's awesome, man.
Strong little
Incredible.
dude.
I'm built to squat. It's like one of the only things that's good about being short with short arms. You know, it's not good for anything else in the world, but for powerlifting, that's a different story.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
I was unfortunately blessed to do all three, so like I've got good mechanics to be able to squat. I've like my wingspan's not too wide that I can perfectly bench, and my deadlift, yeah, that's questionable every day. So
Can't have all three, I reckon. Yeah, doesn't work like that.
yeah, can only have all three if you're running a bunch of shit. So
yeah, but yeah, no, like speaking of running stuff, I think this time when I've done everything, like a bench 130 for 2 as well, and at 79, this is the most recent numbers. So 200 for 2 for squat, 130 for 2, and then 200 for deadlift. This was at 79, and I'm only on a HRT dose at the moment, so it's Sustanon 250 every 2.5 weeks. Yeah, so it's been nice not running all that extra shit because I'm sure you guys have dabbled in it here and there. You feel good at the time, but you also don't feel good. You know what I mean?
yeah, you feel like your insides are liquefying.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I feel like an Instapot from the inside out, dude. It's fucking horrible.
Oh my God!
I need to donate blood. Like that's a nightmare.
Yeah,
I drink a lot of water on gear too.
Yeah, everything just hurt all the time.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
fortunate that I don't hurt, but I also like sleep in the cold.
Mm.
So
Your
yeah.
cryotherapy chamber while you're trying to sleep at night.
But dude, my house is set to 67.
But
I'm
Yeah,
about to drop it down by another 2 degrees. My roommate's gonna have to get a space heater. She's shit out of luck.
no,
see,
that's fair. Sydney's pretty cold at the moment, but even for me, like ever since I've been on tests for like I think 4.5 years now, my body's so intolerant to heat. But when it's cold heat, it gets cold. And I know Australia's not that cold for the rest of the world, but when you go from I don't know what it is in Celsius, but when you go from 40 heat, like, let me just quickly Google this. Like, what's 40
Hold
degrees
on.
Celsius to Fahrenheit. So we had on average 140 degrees.
my God,
It's
what's
57 in
57?
Sydney right now.
Yeah, yes.
That would feel
Uh,
great. Oh my god.
no, that's cold.
It's
No,
so
Tats, I'm with you.
cold, like
That's
it is
cold.
so cold, and listen. Right? We live in a desert half the time. It's 104 Fahrenheit. But the worst part is everyone thinks you come to Sydney for like the beaches and all that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like everyone thinks you come over here, you get the beaches, you get everything. I don't know if I get just lagged. How are you guys going? Hello?
No, I'm good over here.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I don't know. Maybe the video just lagged for me. But anyway, so going back to it, you come here, you think you get the sunshine and beaches, but it's hot, it's rainy, it's muggy, it's wet season 24/7. It is literally the most humid thing. So you think you'll walk outside, you get some fresh air. No, it's just you get no oxygen almost because it's so humid.
Mm.
And then you go from that, and I think this year, within one day, we dropped down to like 16. And it was just
Oh my
such a
God.
shock to the system. And it's been like this ever since. And then at night, it gets around 8 degrees. And I know that's still not cold, but it's freezing for us.
No, that'd be cold for me. That would piss me off, dude. No. I get too cold too easy still, even on testosterone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think losing from like 87 down to 79, it was a lot. I don't have much to protect me these days, you know.
Exactly.
Well, if you can imagine it, sometimes it gets down. I'm going to say it in Celsius so you understand. Sometimes it gets down to -6 Celsius, which is 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the United States.
Look, I've been in the States a long time. I went to Michigan, and I did not survive during winter. I was like, holy fuck. I went
Oh no.
So you bring like basically a desert lizard, right, over to the snow. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, don't get me wrong, I am so happy to be tobogganing. This is so much fun. But this is fucked. And I didn't realize when snow gets on your gloves and stuff. Like, we have snow here in the Blue Mountains or what Parashell, where people go to ski, but like, I haven't experienced it. It seeps into
Wow.
your fucking bones from your gloves. It looks so magical on TV, but it's not.
Yeah.
I hate to admit this, but I got so excited to see my first snow because I went during winter and my first stop was New York and I saw snow on the side of the road and I went to pick it up and I didn't realize it was just sludge.
Uh,
Yeah,
Oh no.
all this shit that's been flying off of cars and stuff, all dirty
yeah,
and gross.
Some New York shit.
yeah. It wasn't what I imagined. It was basically just ice. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I look a bit weird now, don't I? That's embarrassing.
Dude, that's so wild to think like, yo, you haven't really experienced snow. And I'm like, I can't stand this shit. I want to get the hell away from it. Whenever I see it snowing, I am miserable, but I can't imagine. That's so bonkers, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if you guys come over here, and a lot of like Australian strength training gyms because we're all in big warehouses. It's really hard to put air conditioning in, so half the time we're just squatting in like 104 degrees Fahrenheit, sometimes even higher, or training in it, and
Yeah.
it is just probably the worst thing on earth. It makes 100 kilos feel like 300. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God. The recovery's got to be insane too. I mean, we've got gyms in Texas like that, like Metroflex and shit, but trying to recover, putting your body through that much shit, and especially if you're in prep and then trying to come out of that, oh my God.
yeah.
Dude,
It was
your
just
recovery's got to be spot on.
yeah, it's not great. We have one giant fan, at the gym I work at, near the door, our only source of airflow. And you just see everyone packing there. And during comps, because our comps kick off a lot. Like I remember every December we have around like over 100 people at least inside, spectators, at least 60 competitors and stuff. The ceiling will drip from sweat, from condensation. It'll be like 40 degrees, 50 degrees inside. You walk outside, even though it's like 30, it feels like it's 8. Like, it's wild.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That's insane. No,
Yeah.
just
That's
no, I'm not going to
gross.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let
Dude,
me know when it
Andy
gets
ass
down
over
to
here.
like 0 or 10. I'll gladly come over then.
You gotta wait night for 10?
Nope. Actually, I've seen some of the bugs in Australia. I'm not going.
Dude.
That is
Yeah, you
one
guys got some
constant.
weird shit out there, dude. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've heard that. The bugs and the weird shit. And kangaroos, right? They're like nuts out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kangaroos will kick your ass.
yeah, they will, but luckily, I live in a very metropolitan area, so you only really
Okay.
see that stuff if you're out, like, out west. Like, very far out west. I'm talking about, like, I guess you would call it's not rural, but it's like very, very, very suburban, right? You don't really see kangaroos, and still, it's just depending on what state you go to. But in Sydney, because we're such a metropolitan area, you don't really get that. We don't ride on kangaroos to go to wherever.
That's what we're imagining. Like you said, Australia, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if he's got a kangaroo. Like, dude, that's hilarious.
No kangaroos, just three-legged dogs being somewhere.
And they're huge, aren't they? The kangaroos, like they're like big, like 6 feet tall. Or...
Yeah, they're fucking yoked over here. They are. They're huge. They are. Like, someone made me see them, and I was just like, man, you got a 6-pack. Like, how's that possible? But anyway. But
dude.
Yeah, they're built.
Probably
If
should.
they stop your car, if you do crash into one, it will stop your car. It's fucking insane.
It's like hitting a deer. You guys don't
Yeah.
have deer, do you?
No, not really.
Yeah.
The bugs, on the other hand, look, I'll tell you a story. There's a mate of mine who moved out, like, to Camden, which is like very far out west. So I guess for you guys, it's kind of like a little bit like rural countryside-ish of a metropolitan area.
Probably like Texas.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, she sends me an Instagram video, and I was like, what the fuck? And I see a spider. The huntsmans are very common, right? They're big, they're hairy, but they're harmless. It was like the size of her forearm. It was just on the wall behind her, chilling out.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she was like, Tats, I just bought this house. Like, this is going to be my 13th.
His house now.
Yeah. She was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I was like, I can't help you. I'm not coming over there. Like, it's not happening. Yeah, I can.
That's the spider's house.
Yeah, exactly. You want me to lift, like, how many fucking kilos? I will break my back doing it. But if you want me to kill a spider, like, that's not happening.
that ain't
Absolutely
a spider,
not.
dude.
Nope.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your girl being like if we were here in the US and your girl's like, hey, can you come kill this spider? And it's the size of a fucking dinner plate. And now I have to pretend like I'm having a heart attack or something, so I don't have to kill it. Like, dude, that's outrageous.
We knows in the gym that I do not do bugs. Full stop. And I've got this client. She's I don't know, man. I genuinely think there's this, like, I'm scared of her after seeing this. She can catch spiders with her bare hands.
No.
Yeah, and there was one day there was this giant huntsman that we found, and she grabbed it in her hand. And she just came to me, because I was like, get rid of it. So she caught it in her hand, and she's like, what do you want me to do with it? And she's walking towards it. I was like, you stay the fuck away from me. I was like, you go outside because we have a parking lot. I was like, go outside. And she's like, I release in the parking lot. I was like, no. I want to walk down to the end of the street of the block and throw it on oncoming traffic. I was like, if you release it in here, you're banned.
Dude.
You said oncoming traffic.
Dude, you release that thing in the parking lot and it'll steal your fucking car. Like, yeah, I'd be like, put that thing anywhere but here.
Look, let me tell you something about spiders. They can fit through anything. I have seen a giant fucking huntsman in someone's car in front of me, and it's on the windshield, and then it crawls inside the boot.
Hell.
I think Jody's about
Hell.
to leave. Fantasy was not ready for
Nope.
this.
Look,
Yeah.
I got
Nope.
my forehead sweating talking to him about this shit. Oh no.
You know, it's great. It's great here.
This is not, dude, no wonder you can lift so much because this is not for the fucking weak. Australia is not for the fucking weak, dude. Because no, our spider, like the biggest spider I've seen is maybe like the size of a quarter around here. No, like it's
Ooh.
that big. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, that's
that's
a huge
nice.
spider. Shit.
No,
Dude.
it's very common that
She'll
we
carry
share
you off.
these spider here. Yeah.
We're
Anyway,
I've been shaking my head for the last like 10 minutes.
just like no to everything you just
I
said.
swear we're a great country. I can definitely come.
Or your local bugs say otherwise.
Dude.
It's all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad.
You know, if your bugs, if the huntsman spiders ever decide that they want to take over your country, they absolutely will.
Dude, they're gonna do
Look,
it.
I'm pretty sure 99% of Australian households share their apartments, houses, and stuff like that with spiders. And if you can't see them, they do say it's because they've gotten really good at hiding. So I'm sure, even though I
my
this place every fucking week, like non-stop, I'm sure there's going to be one somewhere.
If you, I almost am like invested in this now. If you see a big one, will you take a picture of it and send it to me on Instagram? I have to see it. Like,
No,
I feel like
because
I have to see it now.
no, probably because I've burnt the apartment down with me inside it. So yeah, it for me, it's a big one.
I'm like, oh boy, he found a spider.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
He said that. I says nope. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a no for me, dog.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Dude.
Anyway,
For me, dog.
Yes.
I'm traumatizing you guys about this, but
Yeah. Let me have my heart start back up here.
yeah,
Yeah,
All right,
my,
man. So
my
you,
feed, my Instagram
you,
feed is gonna have a couple of spiders now. I'm gonna blame it all on you.
dude, yeah, we're gonna have pest control advertisements all over our shit now.
yeah, probably.
All right, man. You do coaching, right? Is that your
Yes.
primary? That's what you do. Wake up, live it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it. Coaching.
6 days,
powerlifting,
sometimes 7 days a
basically.
week. Yeah,
Shit.
pretty much. Yeah, I should probably live at the gym at this point. I never leave.
Yeah.
Usually 12-hour days. Just inside, it's just me. If
Yeah.
anyone that's listening that's an Australian coach, I really need some help. So if you want to work for me,
Get the
please,
plug in. There we go. You got the plug. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
got
all
the plug.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, so do you just do powerlifting or you do lifestyle, hybrid, all that? Or
I help predominantly a vast majority of people. I've done a lot of general population. It's predominantly strength coaching that I do. I also do include cardiovascular work for a lot of my clients as well. So I guess a bit of hybrid. I wouldn't say prep them to do a marathon or anything like that. Usually, that's a good thing about my gym is that my team, we all, even though we're all sole traders in there, we all run our own businesses. We're very good mates. So if we do find like we need a bit of help or something like that, we do ask like, hey, for example, like one of the coaches I worked with, he's called Michael Sekos. He's a big hybrid coach over here. And I was like, hey, need some help with marathon training. What do you suggest? We kind of collaborate on that. But if you're anyone from any lifting level that wants to get fucking insanely strong, come to me kind of thing.
yes,
So that's pretty much it. At the moment, it's pretty much 99% all either people who just want to strength train or just people who are competing.
okay. Is that your favorite type? I like to know who's your favorite type of client? Is it a lifestyle coming to you saying, I just want to improve my health? Or is it somebody that comes to you and says, I want to be so fucking freakishly strong and you're the guy that's going to get me there? Or is it you love them all the same? It doesn't matter.
I love my kids all the same. I don't have any favorites. I do have headaches and troublemakers, actually.
Mhm.
So there's always that. Sorry, my bad. Just got a call. Because if I say who's my favorite on this and they listen to this, I'm not going to hear the end of it because all my clients are pretty good friends. I think the client base has got to around 60 at the moment. A lot of them are online, but what I do in my business is I do something called like private group coaching sessions. So at night, I have a team of like 6 to 8 people. They all like it's all individualized programs, but they all lift together. It's either going to be like the squatting, benching, or deadlifting. I see the main lifts, and they become a team like that. A lot of them actually going into a federation called APL together at the end of the year. So they all pretty much started from not being like very efficient lifters to now being at pretty much at balance level.
That's
Awesome.
a Australian powerlifting league, correct?
Yes. Yeah. APL is pretty cool. They allow tested and untested in different federations, and your coach can have both. So it's pretty good.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Lily Riley is from Australia.
Right.
It could be.
Do I need to look
Because
up
I
Miss
met her.
Lily Riley?
She is strong. She's got like a 600 squat.
Holy shit!
Damn. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Man. Like we're all looking her
Yeah,
up.
she's from Australia. She's got a 1477 total. Yeah, she is a strong girl.
See, a lot of the guys in my gym is affiliated with APA, which is an IPF federation that goes into IPF. But we're starting to change slowly because my crowd is APL. They all get along pretty well, so hopefully we'll see more of equipped lifters or whatever coming in soon.
Mm-hmm.
So for us American folks, equipped would be wraps, correct?
Yeah, not suit or anything like that. Over here, I think we consider like wrapped already. Oh no, these days they changed it. Wrapped is still considered raw in a sense, and then you have full equipped with like deadlift suits, bench suits, and all that. So there's a few ones, yeah. But yeah, no, it's with APA that is affiliated with the IPF. Over here, it's just sleeves only, and you have to be, completely off everything. So unfortunately, anyone who's going through HRT or anything like that can't compete in those in that federation because you're considered as untested. It's the same for me. Even though I go into APL, I can compete in sanctioned because I go into one that is untested. So I compete with the untested boys.
Yeah. So let me ask,
which is pretty scary.
Dude, that's what I was going for. I have my opinions on if you're a trans man and you're competing. Should you compete? Could you compete in the tested division if your levels are coming in the same time or the same as a cis male? And for me, I'm thinking, no, you're not enhanced. You should be allowed to compete in the tested division. Where do you guys land on that? Your personal opinions? Yes, you should be with the other guys who aren't being tested, or
go ahead. By all means.
You go, so.
So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I personally, I love my juice, but also at the same time, it would be pretty awesome to compete on a world stage that's internationally recognized, like the IPA. No, it'd be like the IPF. So would I have to come off? Absolutely. Would I tell other people, hey, you got to come off in order to compete? Absolutely. Like I've got one guy, Luke's actually, I think the game plan is for us to have him see what he can do as far as the IPF goes. But there's another guy, his name's Taylor. He lives out of Ohio. He is actually in Powerlifting America and is doing the TUE. So to go to IPF, which is actually pretty cool. Do what makes you happy at the end of the day.
Definitely. On the other hand, I've competed with the untested boys. So Pro Raw is powerlifting comp that you can. It's kind of invitational only. And I was the first trans man to step on stage at Pro Raw, which was really fucking. It was really nice of them.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was funny backstory is that I got into powerlifting all those years ago, like I think almost 7.5 years ago, almost 8 now, because I watched a Pro Raw comp, and it was like my dream to step on stage at Pro Raw one day. I don't know, it was a very far away dream that I didn't think would happen, but if you keep grinding it out, eventually it got there, and it was a great feeling. But I remember the prep for it. I was actually probably the saddest I ever was because just, and I know it's look, I know people say you do it for you, don't compare yourself to other people, but at the end of the day, we're competitors, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, one doesn't matter. Why would I compete and put
Yeah.
myself through all this for like what 2 seconds of glory on stage? Like I want to win, I want to place on podium.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and yeah, going into it, it was I was like the kid who lied on the resume and somehow got the job. While
There you go.
qualified, and I ran MPP and Dynabol at the same time to and Anadrol to get on there, and
Oh my God.
it was still nothing to compare to, you know. And so I think it's a bit unfair because I definitely think that a lot of I think I read somewhere as well where they said for trans men it takes 5 years to get to cisgendered men's level of strength
Wow.
for the testosterone to kick in or whatever. I don't know if they tested that on people who train or not properly, but that's what they said. And I think I did that within 2.5, 3 years by running a lot of different shit and really pushing my body to the point of where I needed to have a break for a year and a half just to rehab everything.
Mm.
So should we compete in an untested federation? I have two minds about it. If you want to run all the gear in your life and see what you can do, like yeah, sure, of course. I don't think it's fair for us to go into a tested federation at that point, but
Right.
it's still kind of like bashing your head against the wall really fucking hard.
Yes.
And then and then on the other hand, though, if I could compete in a tested federation and just run HRT like I'm doing now, I'd 100% take that on. I want to compete with the boys and see what I can actually do, see if I'm on the level. I don't know if that's just for a me thing, but I would love to. But we're not allowed, so
That's how I feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, that's it.
since we're on the subject of powerlifting and peds, do you think the IPF is state-sponsored gear?
Mm. Steak sponsor key. Can you? What do you mean by that question? Like, do you,
So like Jesus Oliveira's prime example. He squats over 1,000 pounds, right? Which I think works out to like 450 kilos or something like that.
Mhm.
Do you think he's natural?
Well, they do a fuckload of testing, and just because based on
I was gonna
how
say,
I've
wait, is it a percentage? Is that how they do the testing? Like they take if you have 100 men, we're taking 10%, so we're gonna test 10 guys, and if they come back, then we're good and we start.
yeah, so this is how I have heard how it goes for testing. Once you
They
are
test
qualified,
after the meet.
no, they actually test all year round.
Right.
From what I,
But like for meets, for like big meets like Sheffield, they also test after.
yes, they do. I've got a couple people I know that's been to Worlds in my gym, and what they do, especially for really well-known athletes. So I don't know if this applies for them, but this is what I've seen personally: is that there's random drug testing, like all year round.
Mm.
Like all of a sudden, they would just come around, and be like, "Hey, it's time to pee in your cup," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
they,
I've seen the guys that have refused that, and they're like, "Well, we're taking your shit then, because you either
yeah,
test and you're clean, or you give up your fucking shit."
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
wild.
do I think he's natty? Based on how IPF do their testing, I'd say surely they've got their eyes on him. So maybe you never know. I mean, the Olympics is supposed to be no gear, but you know, you know what I mean.
Politics.
That's why I said I think the IPF is state-sponsored gear.
Maybe. I can't say for certain just because I've seen on the other side the intensive testing they go through. So hopefully, for fairness sake, it's not. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I have to say about it. Hopefully,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
dude. They are
Man, could
making
you
an
imagine the
Olympics where
uproar?
you can
It's not
take
like,
gear now.
huh?
Yeah.
They're making an Olympics where you can take full gear now. Like
Oh
it's
yes,
known you
Australian guys
blast
started.
as much
Was it
gear as
called
you
the
can.
Juiced Olympics or something like that? Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's about
yeah.
time somebody did it, man. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
But that dude is unrecognizable.
No, and he's
He's
swag.
he's
You
he's
know,
gotten like twice the build.
he did, and I saw how he performed, and he actually ran slower than his 90 record. But if you look at him, and I was like, look, like you could be fucking strong as hell, you could be feeling the best you ever did, but your weight does weigh you down. Like you got huge. You know what I mean?
You're
Yeah.
not athletic anymore. You can be
Right.
huge and unathletic as shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I think he's probably still very athletic, but maybe it just didn't catch up to his size.
Mm,
Yeah,
shit,
Or-
yeah.
I can see that.
yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a very short guy. I'm like 5 foot, 5'2". I put on my Hinge profile 5'2". I lie about my height like all men do.
Dude, your personality's 6'2", so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, are you really man if you don't lie about your height? But look, I've had someone like come across my Hinge profile. They're like, "You're not 5'2", so all men do lie about their height. I was like, "Look, I'm a 5 or 5'2". Who the fuck cares at this point? Does it matter? Like, I'm under 5'5".
Literally. Dude, let me have the 1 or 2 inches, please. Shit.
Who's gonna care at that point? Like, by the time you're with me, you know I'm short. Let's end it there. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at 87, and so I've been 108 kilos, not from powerlifting, just fat, and I've been at 87 as well. I've been at 93, and man, that weight on me felt like shit. I don't know how I lived back then. You know, even like if you told me I had to gain back up to like maybe 82 for competing these days, like I'd probably feel a bit off after being like below 80 for a while now. So I can't imagine someone like him who's always like been around that weight, all of a sudden putting on like twice the size on himself would be like, hey, I could be faster, because I definitely did not feel faster. And I saw it in my running performance as well. Like when I was running and I got a bit heavier, like even that 2 extra kilos felt like shit. You know, when I dropped 2 kilos, my pace was faster. So, yeah.
For sure.
Sorry, I got sent Donald Trump's recent tweet on fucking Instagram. Apparently,
Yeah,
we've
I
been
read that
where
right before we
I
got
don't
on this
for
call,
him any
dude.
day. Any fucking
I can't
What does it
stand
look
him.
like in Australia when you're seeing all this shit happening in America? Are you guys like when you go to the gym, does Donald Trump get brought up? Or like, cause like at my gym it does. Like it fucking can't get away from it, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm like, please, I don't want to hear about this fucking skid mark dickhead. You, have you seen what's going on in America lately? Like I can't
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
how it looks.
To be honest, it is the talk of Australia sometimes as well. We can't just watch from the sidelines and go like that.
There you go. That's what we do too.
Yeah, like we actually have a guy, and the best thing about my gym is that it's super diverse. Like I think white people are actually the least in the gym. Like it's like Asians, Lebanese people, like everything you can think of, and like we get some token whites, which is hilarious. But
The exciting whites.
yeah, it's really cool. Like it's so diverse to the point where like the gym owners, like I think like Catholic or Christian, one of them Catholic, and the other one's Muslim. They're my best mates, you know, and I'm a trans guy.
Nice.
Yeah, like that's how well we get along, and that's how we built our community around. It's just like we have all different people coming in. You know what I mean? It's like bringing a red state and a blue state together, I guess, in American terms. And just no one says anything. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, you just shut the fuck up and we all get along just fine. But
Yeah.
when the chat of, even then, when Donald Trump comes up, no matter who it is, we're like, and we recently just had someone who is a person of color, who's also gay, who's got accepted into a business visa to go into America. And straight away, when we all found out, we were just like, hey, you're not going to red state, are you? Like, yeah, be careful. The first thing we said was not, hey, best of luck. The first thing we said was be careful. So I think that kind of shows you like how we perceive, I guess, matters over there at the moment. It's quite scary that you guys even don't have that anti-discrimination law anymore. That honestly terrifies me.
What state is he going to?
Boston. He's going to Boston.
Massachusetts.
So
He's good.
right.
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Is he going to MIT?
I'm not sure. I didn't get the details of it. All I know is he's got a business visa, so he's going to go work over there in Boston.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
East Coast is
Boston,
cool.
yeah, Boston is a pretty liberal city,
Mm,
so he'll definitely be fine.
mm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but
he ain't coming to Indiana or anything. That's where I live, is Indiana. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Well, the
tough
fact that
here,
even
dude. It's insane.
yeah, but even Trump, the fact that he comes up in this podcast can really show you that he is a talk of the world and not in a good way.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
he's fucking with
and
our lives and all of our other shit.
yep,
It's
everything.
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I'd be interested to actually hear from you guys. Like, what are the negative repercussions you guys have experienced since he's come into power? You know, because we hear all about it over here. We actually don't know from personal experience what has happened.
Dude.
I live in a blue state, which is pretty liberal. Um, I work with law enforcement, so a lot of my interactions are with people that are like red leaning that did vote for him, and like we've had conversations since, and they're just like, I didn't expect him to do this and do that and blah blah
Mm,
blah.
Even though he said
Um,
exactly what he was gonna fucking
yeah,
do.
yeah. And they've changed their tone as far as like their mindset for this. Like they completely regret voting for him.
mm,
So
Mhm.
I'm not adversely affected because Maryland is a sanctuary state for trans folks.
mm,
So that means like if federally my rights are taken, I'm still safe state.
mm. Okay.
I don't
My
have
health,
that where I live.
yeah. Indiana,
Yeah.
unfortunately, is not one of those states.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a
Yeah.
family here, so I have a wife and I have a stepdaughter, and I've had to have the discussion with my wife of, look, if I gotta leave, I'll be wiring you money to help pay the rent, but I can't stay here. And my stepdaughter, her dad lives here, so it's not like I can pack my family up and move. But
Mm.
it's really looking like there may be a time very, very soon where I just have to go, and I have to,
Wow.
like, we're not going to buy a house because there's a chance I'll have to leave at least the state, if not the country. And you'll have people that will be like, it's not going to happen, like cisgender heterosexual people. And I'm like, it's happening right now. He's right
Yeah.
now he's being sued by a bunch of people, but I'm able to go get my passport while he's being sued with the correct gender. But before that, you weren't able to. And I renewed, or I got a new birth certificate, and the one they gave me said female. So I had to go back in and pay again. And this shit is, they just defunded or got rid of the LGBTQ plus suicide hotline. So that's no longer a thing. And then they stopped gender affirming care for minors again in Texas and a couple other states. And it's this seed, Scott. I don't know if you feel this way. For me, it's not so much the policies. I mean, it is, but it's the seed that he's planted where, I mean, they're telling the military to shoot protesters below the knee. And then like this, they sent our military in to shoot and harass protesters here that are protesting Donald Trump's bullshit parade that he did for himself that cost us $70 million. People feel like it's okay to be racist and homophobic and crazy now. And you
Yeah.
have police officers going into bathrooms and pulling cisgender women that look masculine out. And people are like, well, you shouldn't look that way. But they're not saying, well, the only two men in that restroom were the two police officers that went in there. And this is
Mm.
the ass backward shit that we're dealing with. Everyone's
That's
so
crazy.
hypersensitive to transgender people, and they want so badly to catch a transgender person being transgender because Donald Trump told them, we're dangerous. We're coming after your kids. We're going to do all this fucked up shit. We're spending your tax dollars. They were saying that kids were going to school and getting gender reassignment surgeries and shit.
Oh
And like,
God.
we can sit here and say that's absolutely crazy. But like, these people believe
They
it.
don't know
The
that.
people that voted
Yeah.
for him believe the shit that he's saying. And I mean, what the fuck, dude? Like, how stupid can you be to believe the shit that this man is saying? And all of his lawsuits, like, it's not, we think Donald Trump is a rapist. He is a rapist. He's been accused. I mean, the horrible things that have happened at his resorts, And these people, him talking about how he dated his daughter. I mean, come on. His immigration policies, but his wife's an immigrant. And these people don't stop for a second and think, wait a minute, this is kind of crazy. And
That
how
doesn't
crazy
sound.
it looks to
Yeah,
you, we're watching it, we're just in the middle of it. And it's scary.
literally. And I'm 20 minutes from DC, so
Fucked. I'm so sorry, man. Hearing that is just, it makes my blood boil. Like, it, over here, a lot of us, I hate to say this, but there's always going to be some people that agree with him over here. The world's not, a great place at the moment, but I feel like he's perpetuated that, even across.
Yes.
100%.
And I think that his influence has made his way across the country. But at the same time, like, a lot of us feel for you guys. It is a really, really shit position to be in especially. But if you do ever brave the spiders and you move over to New South Wales, we have
Scott said no.
passed the affirming laws.
Yeah.
We
We're
have
going to have
passed
to
some gender
dodge the
affirming laws.
draft first.
Yeah, but it even now, I think, and I know it really sucks to hear in comparison to what you guys are currently going through. But over here, we've actually passed a law that you can change, I think, your gender without like proof or anything like that, or go through medical examination. So we're one step closer every single time. So if you do want to move, maybe consider moving countries.
Yes.
You know
Dude,
what? I'm
his-
not
yeah.
opposed to moving countries at all.
Yeah.
It's just
Your coffee is shit. I've had American coffee. It is not coffee. Come over to Australia. We'll make you a proper.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Dude, yes, because I drink coffee every morning and I have like 20 different bags and I have like a coffee subscription where I get a new one every month and shit. And if I've never thought of Australian coffee, it's never like crossed my mind. But
It's
apparently
good.
I'm
I'm
missing
going to
out.
tell you this. Our coffee culture is good.
Okay. See, I'm sold right there. That's enough for me, man.
I don't drink coffee.
No, just beers.
Yeah. Yeah, how's your beer?
You got me.
Is there
Beer
good
and
beer in
water.
Australia?
Yeah, we got beers. We got a lot of artisanal beers and stuff like that these days. Some places are gentrified. Not that I don't drink beer, so I wouldn't know. I barely
Yeah.
drink, to be honest. I am Asian. I get the Asian glow really bad, and so I tend to stay away from alcohol. Plus, I'm that type that I either don't drink or I drink to get fucked up. Like, there's no in between. So
Yeah.
90% out of the year, I am completely clean, completely sober. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Plus, I'm old. I take really long to recover. Despite how I look, I'm getting up there.
How
This
old are
man,
you?
Mr. I don't get hangovers.
You just keep drinking it through. That's why I'm 31 in like less than.
That's not old.
I feel
Dude,
old. My body feels like it's 8.
I am the oldest
Yeah.
one on here right now, all right? I'm 33. I
Dude.
turned 34 in September.
Theory, and I need
Yeah,
to
we're
know if you
old.
guys feel this way. Do you think we're aging faster than our parents? Like substantially? Do you think our generation is aging substantially faster than our parents? I'm thinking of like all the
Physically,
shit my parents
mentally,
did. All of it. All of it. Like I feel like we all have ADD now, and I feel like all of our backs hurt and we're all tired. Like it's no longer just the powerlifting fitness community. I'm thinking of my dad when he was like my age and like all the shit that he did, man. Like he had a whole other family and everything. Like what the hell? And like I can't even get up and mow the grass. I can't even get up and mow the fucking grass and I'm tired.
Oh my god.
I think we're aging more faster because of the trauma.
You think that's what the trauma? We have aging trauma. Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
I mean, I have this. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Because like ever since Harambe got killed, it's just
Oh
been
my
traumatic
God.
experience after traumatic experience.
You're right. What was that? 2016
I
when
feel
everything
like
went downhill.
yes.
Dude.
To me, I don't know. I think anyone that trains, especially if they're competitor, is fucked in the
Yeah.
head or not. probably due to trauma, one way or another. So yes, I think trauma that led us probably into powerlifting. That led us to age exponentially. Because if you want me
Yeah.
to pick up shit on a bar, sure, no problem. You want me to lift a couch? I don't know, maybe I'll pop my back. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, dude, yes. Like I can lift heavy weight, but I'm not gonna help you move. Dude, shit.
No,
No, I'm not nope.
I'm not
Dude,
moving your
nobody is
shit.
slipping a disc in their back for that shit. And you're gonna offer me a beer and some pizza to help you move your washing machine down 5 flights of stairs. I'm not doing it, dude. Damn it. No. Absolutely not. Dude. Tats, I gotta
I moved
ask
my
you
ex's
now.
place.
why?
Wait. She was your ex when you moved her shit?
Now she's my.
Oh, okay.
That last hurrah this past weekend. I'm just saying.
Scott, let me put the microphone up here when I say this. What did I
I love
tell
you.
you about having exes at your house? Listen, I texted this man.
I love you.
We're gonna get into it after this. Tats, I'm gonna ask
He's
you
gonna
because I
call
just
me
thought
and
about
yell
it.
at me.
I am. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, dude. Have you done? Because the last like 15 gold medalist Olympic weightlifters were Asian. Have you ever done Olympic weightlifting? And what is the secret? Why do we keep getting our asses kicked year after year after year? The Asian community are beastly on Olympic lifts. Do you know anything about that? Have you done Olympic lifting?
Well, we've got some Ollie lifters in our gym. Look, I have great leverages for Ollie lifting. Can I do it is a different story. I can barely raise my arms above my head. So, no. Can I even
Tight
squat?
lats.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Does that help us? Absolutely. We are short beam and long torso, a lot of us. We're built to do that kind of stuff. Now,
Gotcha.
as for if you talk about the Olympics, why China is so good, I don't know. Maybe they are on gear. Maybe.
Dude,
I mean, look at the
superior
jawlines. Like,
races.
come on.
Dude, I look at the Americans and I look at everybody else and I'm like, we are not as Americans the superior race. Like we
No.
just aren't, man. Like
No.
my whole neighborhood's like 90% Indian folks, and these people are probably 250 years old, walking like they speed walk through the neighborhood as I'm like hobbling to my truck in the morning, and I'm half their age. I mean, these
Well, this
people
is
are
this
just
is what
fucking
I think.
beastly.
Like, white people kind of traded, all the good stuff for privilege. So, it's karma for colonization. You can cut that out if you want.
No, it's so good.
No, dude, that's gonna be the beginning of it because goddamn, I'm gonna text my sister and tell her that and be like, dude, yeah, you're absolutely
It's
right,
great. Oh,
dude.
No, no.
oh,
He's
Yeah, I am. I
fucking
am.
mayo
I
idiot.
am not. I'm not racist. I just don't discriminate against anyone. I kind of make fun of
Just
myself.
know that that came from a place of like the current Trump supporters. Like when you said that, my mind went to every fucking Trump supporter, like nowhere else. That was the only place it went. So like I'm racist against people that voted for Donald Trump. End of fucking story. Like that's who I imagine. These fucking
I
like
just hate
chunky ass
everybody
dudes that are
equally.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Look.
yeah, well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but
That's fair.
You can't call me racist if I hate everyone equally.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember with Alpha at my gym, Alpha Athletes, we have our podcast as well, and we were talking about something like because we were talking about like our mentality or cues when we go into a heavy squat and stuff like that. And then we talked about the variety of cues, and I said, "Oh, there's many ways to skin a cat," but I fucking hate that saying. And George just so out of pocket is like, "What is it because you're Asian?" And I was like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "You need to cut that out." I was like, "No."
That's hilarious. And it's like, did we cut it out
So,
now?
do you
Like,
have
is
any
this
cats next to your
secondhand?
house?
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my
He's
God.
actually very fun. That's no reason to deal with that.
That's hilarious.
So, if your
At least
cat
you're a
goes
good
missing
sport,
one
man.
day,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's like 10 kilos. He's a big cat. He's got a lot of
oh
meat.
man,
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
Dude, he's been eating the
yeah.
spider.
Trainer
So
says it's 22 pounds.
Yeah. So we've got like two really old pets. Like one's an old chubby cat, and the other one's my old grouchy gym dog. And he comes to the gym with me every day, and everyone thinks he's going to be a friendly dog because he's so cute. He's a Pomeranian, right? He is our security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Dude.
doesn't know
Is
you.
he
He'll bark
old?
at
Did you
you.
say he's
Does he do
old?
anything? No. Does he yell at you? Absolutely. Oh, yeah, he's like 15. He's old as fuck.
Yeah. That's my chihuahua, man. He's blind, he's deaf, he's diabetic, and I'll post him on Instagram and my friends are like, "Jesus Christ, he's still alive." And I'm like, "All right, Dick, one day he's not going to be and you're going to send me that shit and it's going to piss me off." Like my dude, I got this dog when I was 18 and I'm going to be 34. Like this dog
Yeah.
is so fucking old, man. And he's cranky as all get out. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what I say to my dog? And don't get me wrong, everyone that meets him doesn't believe he's 15 because he's so fucking lively. He still runs around, does everything. Like, he doesn't look old. You know, I was like, you know what keeps him going? My fucking income. Right? My income $8 a month, like, you for one. Do some work, like, pull your weight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And number two, don't let me on that flip.
Dude, yes.
There's
Yes
nothing
with the
fun.
little
We don't want
dogs,
you there.
dude.
It's
The
like, stay your
dams
ass
will
on
live
Earth.
forever.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
That's funny. All
But
right,
yeah,
man. Let me. I feel like I gotta ask you. I think I've been following you, so I have to go back through and watch your like best lifts or whatever, dude. Because you are genuinely such a fucking beast. So
thank you.
I want to ask for myself and for anybody listening, give me at least two things that these young trans guys who are looking at powerlifting and somewhat intimidated by it, but they're thinking maybe they want to give it a go because I imagine it is intimidating looking at you and and Scott and all these guys and saying, "Look at where they're at. Am I ever gonna get to this point?" Type
Mm.
shit. What would you say to a guy like that?
Look, I get powerlifting can be very intimidating. I mean, to bring up an example, one of my most viral videos that went out was actually my 190 squat for 5. Blood was literally pissing out my nose by like the third
Shit.
rep. It was a bit intense, and
Yeah.
powerlifting is intense. It's but at the same time, you don't. This is what I say to people as well. Like, you don't have to be a powerlifter to squat, bench, and deadlift. Like, you can just train to train. These are fundamental moves. Maybe not bench press, you can get away with it, but these are fundamental moves that you should have in basic strength training, right? There's no shame in starting off there. There's no shame in starting off there and seeing if you want to continue down that road of being an advanced lifter or elite lifter. If it's not for you and you want to do general health training, like, it's okay. There's no shame in doing that. But at the same time, if you are someone that looks at, all these like lifters and you're like, am I ever gonna get there? I'm gonna tell you that yes, you will, but bro, it's gonna be a long fucking wait. Like this, yeah, it's going to take patience. I didn't believe that I'd get to Pro Raw. I didn't believe that 7 years later I'd accomplish like everything I sought out to do, right? And it's kind of like climbing on top of the mountain and you think like you've made it, but then the mountain keeps going because it's yeah. But for those of you guys that get intimidated by looking at it, just start. I know starting is probably, and I know it's very cliche. Starting is definitely the hardest step to do. But once you start, all you have to do is just make sure you show up. And I know that sounds really simple, but it's one of the hardest things to keep showing up. But I'm going to promise you this. When you start seeing the results come through, when you start seeing your body change, when you start seeing your strength change, that will drive your discipline. That will keep you going until one day. And this is one of my favorite quotes from one of my old mentors. It's that it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. You just have to play the long game and just not give up at that point. And it's going to be monotonous and it's going to be boring. Sometimes you want to, like, you ask me, fuck no, I'll rather do literally anything but spend 2-3 hours in a gym, like killing myself. But at the same time, like, all those hours will get you there. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it seems very far away, every session, every hour that you put in brings you that one little step closer towards it. It might just take a while.
Yeah. It ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
Coming back from injuries.
Yep. Plus, being consistent, consistency is going to beat discipline any day of the week.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, consistency is going to beat genetics any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, the
yeah.
genetic shit. That's
It's
always been a hot topic, right? Like, oh, he's got good genetics or genetics this, whatever. There are people with great genetics that don't do shit. And
yeah.
there are people that
True.
have maybe not great and they are able to build something off of that.
I like to use
Fuck your genetics, man.
the owner of Alpha, Chris Aslan, as a prime example. So we got a couple elite, a lot of elites in our gym. I'm very fortunate to have a lot of elites come in. We get a lot of world athletes and national record like holders coming in, and Chris Aslan is amongst one of them. Is he genetically gifted? No. If you ask me, like quite frankly, and he will tell you this as well, he is wasn't talented at all, and it was 7 years of literally like non-stop hard work, probably close to a decade of non-stop hard work, like of grinding until he actually made it to Worlds. He
Mm-hmm.
stepped on Worlds representing Australia at IPF. And is he genetically gifted? Absolutely not. Is he insanely strong because of his hard work? Yes. And to me, it just shows that you don't have to be genetically gifted to be amongst one of the best. You just have to put in the work. If that's something you want to do, but also understand there's going to be a lot of sacrifices along the way if you want to be at that elite level.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he went in 2022, totaled 762 and a half kilos at
Shit.
under 120 kilo class.
Yeah.
Strong
Hard
dude
work
too.
beats genetics,
He's
dude.
insanely strong. He's a lovely guy. Fucking love him to bits. Insanely strong. Like, and then you look at someone like Isabel von Weisenberg, like genetically gifted, definitely. Does that mean she works any less hard? Absolutely not. But she's also been training since she was 16 years old. It just goes to show, like, whether you're genetically gifted or not, it just takes time and patience and consistency. Like, to the point where, and when I say sacrifices, let me give you an example. Like, I remember that day I was about to squat 190 for 5. There was this girl I was trying to tee up a date with for like 2 weeks, and our schedule didn't match up. And she's like, "Oh, what about today, Monday at like 4 p.m.?" And I was like, "I can't." And she was like, "Oh, why not?" I was like, "I got to squat."
She's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, again? No, I didn't.
That's dedication, man. So ask yourself, if you're going to power lift, are you willing to turn down a date
Right.
to go squat?
No, seriously.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask yourself.
Like,
Questionable.
are you? Yeah, no. Are like you attract more dudes in powerlifting than you do women.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Literally. Women do not give a shit about how much they're like, what is that? Like 20 pounds and you have 100-pound dumbbells? You're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But then the
Yeah.
dude's like, I got you, bro. I got you. Like, get right up behind you and you didn't even ask for a squat. Like, all right. Well,
Yeah. Speaking
It's
That's
of.
also
whatever.
especially really weird when their nuts touch your back and you're just like,
Dude. Wow. When I lay down to bench and I look straight up, I'm like, jeez.
I really
I
don't
should have
hope your
gone.
nuts are exposed.
You've had no idea how many
Exactly.
people I've had to unrack for bench in my gym. And I'm always on my tiptoes. And I remember someone asked me once, it's like, "Hey, why are you on your tiptoes?" I was like, "Do you see how short I am? Do you think I want to teabag someone's face?" Like, no. I'm like, no, who wants that?
That's
He
always
asked
my
me to join
biggest fear,
my
dude.
gym to unwrap them. But, maybe that's a sign.
Yes. Dude, and I be getting too close on the when I'm spotting people on squats because I'll get right fucking up on you. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, you're safe, I'm here.
yeah. Fine.
So one of my number one spotter, his name is John, and I love him to death. He looks like a thumb. So, you know, the thumb from okay,
Spike.
you understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I love him to death. All right. I love this guy. Whenever he squats, he always wears Jed North's short shorts. And you can see, and I'm just like, sir. One time he spotted me, and I swear I could feel the heat. I was like, bro, I need you to back up. I was like, I love you, but Jesus.
Unless in top, I don't like back spotters. I just have four
Yeah.
people, like weights and bar. I was like, please, it'll be fine. I'm in the rack, like the safety setup. Please do not backspot me. I don't like that. I feel a bit claustrophobic even. Yeah. And yeah, and mind you, I remember at some comps and they fuck. Even Chris has made fun of me about this. Like when I'm spotting my clients, so for example, one of my clients, he's like 6'2". You know, it's 90 kilos, I can catch it. It's easy, right? I'm behind him. You can't even see me behind him. All right. And then I just hear, like, I'm coaching him, and I just hear, like, in the background, like, Chris is going, oh, what's he going to do? Like, catch it up with you, like, something like that. And I turn around, I'm like,
Uh,
I can hear
yeah.
you, you know? And then the audacity of him turning around afterwards and being like, hey, can you give me a spot? I was like, fuck no, you can die.
Exactly. Get in there and die. Dude.
Yeah, but I don't know. Definitely not for me unless comp and I have to. Yeah.
That's fair. Do you guys remember
Side
the
spotters
first
all
time
the
the
way.
biggest dude in the gym asked you for a spot? Did that
Sorry,
happen
what
to
was
you
that?
guys? The first time the biggest dude in the gym asked you for a spot?
Oh,
Do you remember? It's like a christening moment in the
no,
gym.
no,
Except
look,
one dude
let
had
me tell you a story.
375, and I was like, "We're gonna die."
There's this guy that used to come to our gym, fucking strong dude. But it would just always be like me and him at the same time, and he'd come around and be like, "Hey, can you squat?" And I was like, "No, that's like 250 kilos.
He
What the
said
fuck do you want me to do?"
no.
He's like, "Oh, my
You
God."
just
Well, I
said
was like,
no.
I'm not starting on that. Go into safety racks. Like, you can do that, right? And then he'd be
Oh my
benching like,
god!
something. He's like, "Can you spot me on this?" I was like, "I don't know, bro. All I'm gonna do is just stand there. You know what I mean? Like, I can't help you."
You just want to be close.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, I
yeah.
love that you said no. Like,
I
wait, that's
just
an
wanna
option?
be close to you.
Like, dude,
Oh
no.
my
We
God.
can
I was
link up
like,
after.
no. I was like, no, that's not happening, bro. Sorry. Just move your weights over to the pages and hope for the best. I'll show
It's
you
okay.
one. Yeah. I'll give you
Yeah,
emotional support. That's about it.
Feel my
that's
energy from
hilarious.
across the gym.
Yeah.
I got that.
Oh man, sitting over here getting sloshed. Sorry guys.
Oh my god, this dude, okay.
I have a deadlift only meet tomorrow, so I have to kind of like be carb loaded.
Oh my
So it
god, I
works out
totally
to my
forgot you had
benefit.
mentioned that.
What are you hoping to
Deadlift
pull?
only.
Ideally, I want to pull like mid fives. What is that? I want to pull like 250.
Nice.
So my best is. Hold on, what is my best? I have my calculator, not 67. My best is 255. So
It's fucking hectic.
yeah, I compete in October, full power. I would like to pull 606, which is 275.
Man, you guys just need to get with the rest of the world and use kilos. Sorry.
Don't even get me started on that shit, dude. Don't even. I was like, dude, we are such a candied ass fucking country. You guys always like convert your shit on Instagram for us, and then I'm like, it's 500 pounds, take it or leave it. Like, and you guys are like, for here, I'll put both, and we're like, we can't read this. We are the yes, dude.
I always
I mean,
put both, especially when I post in like the Discord on FTM Reddit, just because I know everybody's not American. So
Yeah.
you guys are so patient with us. Thank you for that.
yeah,
You're so
thank you,
patient with
world.
literally everybody.
Everyone's just looking over us about what's America done now.
No, really. Dude, you don't want to know.
Oh my God. But yeah.
That's also why I only lift now with kilos, because if you see it and I say it's like 463, you're like, okay, 3 reds and a blue, that's like 220, you know? But no, it's not 220. It's
Do those numbers sound outrageous to you? Like when we say 500 pounds, does that sound like if I say, yeah, I pulled 500, like, does that sound crazy to you guys? Or are you like, no, that's way off? Because you, like, when you first said, I totally
Yeah,
forgot.
that definitely mean pounds.
I was like, dude, that's got to sound like when you guys are like, oh, yeah, 89 or whatever. And I'm like, oh, yeah, fucking kilograms.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, badass. We're the worst. We're the literal worst, dude. Scott, we're apologizing on behalf of America and Americans, honestly. So,
I'm not apologizing for the 77 million that voted for fucking Trump.
blat.
That's worth it.
Yeah, he just tweeted out that he dropped some nukes, and then at the bottom, did you see he said, "Thank you for your cooperation."
Yes, I don't understand what that thank you for your
Oh
cooperation
my
is.
God.
No, it's like everything I hear about Trump at the moment, it just sounds like a cry for help on the internet.
Yeah, it makes my tummy hurt. Like when I read it, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I want to put this out there that I don't condone anything Trump's doing, and so I should at least get a head start to leave before we get fucking nuked or something. Like, honestly, come on, dude.
I'm
We-
probably in the safest area, mainly
Yeah,
because DC has its own missile guidance system,
dude,
which is
badass.
which is honestly pretty cool. When you it's all public knowledge. So like when you go and you look up like DC area defense or some shit like that, it pops up like this website.
Mm.
And do y'all know what a CWIS is?
No, what's that?
Probably not. Okay, so you know who R2D2 is, right?
Yeah.
From Star Wars.
Yes. So there's a reason why I'm saying this. So a CWIS looks like R2D2 with a minigun attached to him.
Oh shit.
Dead ass. Dead ass. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. So
And
we've
it
got
like
a couple
moves
of,
and everything.
yep, it tracks
Okay.
it. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So you want to talk about anti-surface missiles? CWIS is right there.
God damn.
Dude.
There's a video of a CWIS tracking a commercial flight across the top of a Navy destroyer, and he's like, bad CWIS, and he looks up and then he looks down.
Dude.
Wow.
All I got's a bunch of rednecks with guns, which I mean, we
Honestly,
may or
that's
may
all you
not
need.
have nothing. Yeah, I was gonna say Sea-Wiz. Sea-Wiz versus 50 rednecks. What do we got? And some moonshine. What do we got?
It's
My money's on the rednecks.
well, you never know. It's like 100 people, like 100 men versus one gorilla thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
100 men, yeah. No, like honestly, like my money's on the rednecks.
Yeah.
Rednecks are psycho.
Forever. Always. Dude, always. Always side with the
Especially Trump.
rednecks.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Shit.
I
If
feel like we
anything
got so
happens,
off
I'm
track.
going home. If anything happens, I'm going to Vermont. I'm calling my uncle on the way and I'll be like, I'm gonna be on your doorstep in 6 hours. Thanks.
Taking off.
Crazy.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Well, before I think because we're in an hour, I don't know how long you guys want to run this. Is there anything else?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
Fair enough. But is there anything else relating to powerlifting or anything like that you guys want to ask?
I have the
Are you
questions
accepting
pulled up.
clients right now? Oh,
So-
yeah. But are you accepting clients right now? Somebody's listening and they say this is the guy. Can they reach out to you?
Well, yes, I am accepting clients. No more one-on-ones, please. Unfortunately, the group class is
No
also
mo.
they're completely full. Online people, you're more than welcome to come contact me. And the best thing is that American currency is a lot higher than Australian. So,
There you go.
you know,
There you
guys
go.
pay for more.
True.
Genius, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
I've got a fair few international clients, and like some of them in Europe are just laughing themselves all the way to the grave because like they pay me like what 25 euros or something, and it converts over here for my rate for online, which is like 55 Australian, so it's pretty good for them.
Ace.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, do I charge like people have said like why don't you convert it so they actually pay the 55 euros? And I was like, well, either way, this is my rate. You know, I'm not going to change it.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
yeah, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but after building my business for like 8 years, well, now 5 years on my own as a sole trader almost, like I make enough. So at this point, people that join, it's not really about making money. It's about, look, are we going to, yeah, it's like, it's not just even help. It's like, are we going to mesh together as athlete and coach? Because if not, as much as I want to help you, you're not going to be coachable. It's also going to be a drain of my energy from other clients. So I'm a bit more selective. Actually, I'm very selective about who I take in now. It's just, are you going to fit the team well? Are you coachable? Are you going to fit my coaching style? Because if not, it's not going to happen. Like, for an example, I had someone that tried to book a consultation with me to book training with me, and unfortunately I had to turn them down just because I was like, and I said it in a really nice way. I don't know if that sounds nice, but I was like, your attitude towards training is not going to mesh well with my coaching style. My team, I am very much a do whatever it takes, no matter what excuses you got in the world to get the job done. Unless you're physically broken, then I understand. But it's just like my philosophy was always the world doesn't wait for your excuses, and I'm not here to hold.
Correct. Yep.
You know what I mean? So if you're someone that likes to make all the excuses in the world and just not do what is meant to be done, I give you a blueprint and you don't follow it, I don't want your money because that's a waste of my time and your time.
Respect.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like so unfortunately I turned that person down. Hopefully they found another coach instead. But I think that's very important when it comes to coach and athlete or even coaching client relationship. It's just, are you guys going to mesh well in your attitudes? In saying that, I sound really professional, but honestly, our conversations are not. The memes I sent them probably, or reels, will get us all sent to hell. Anyway, moving on from
It's okay.
that.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
accepted that I'm probably going to hell in a handbasket anyway.
1000%.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. That's dude, I'm glad you said that. And that's it's like such a mature to be like, if we don't mesh well or you're not doing the shit that I want you to do, then I don't want your money. Is such like because there's so many, and you can just tell these coaches that'll say, whatever, I'll just keep sending a plan, you keep sending money. You tell me you don't feel well, okay, fine, you don't have to train today, but you are going to do what you can as a coach to pull them out it's a lifestyle change. When you're hiring a coach, I don't know, I think some people may go into it and say, I'll just follow this program, but you're changing such a substantial part of your life, consistently going to the gym, checking in, following a program, making your meals, all these things that you haven't done. And you respect the coach's time, and you have to do your check-ins, and you're being held accountable. And I think that's shocking for some people, and they don't even realize it when they
Yes.
hire a coach.
Yes. But on top of that, I think this is very important as well. It's changing lifestyle, yes, but I approach it as I am going to enmesh training into your lifestyle, your everyday lifestyle, especially for the people who aren't going to be like, they don't have any dreams of being like competitive athletes or anything like that. One of the questions I always ask in my consultations is, how many days can you realistically train and how long can you actually spend in the gym? Because I don't want to be
Wonderful.
I don't like those coaches that's like, hey, okay, you want to train me? Here's a 5-day program, start. You know what I mean? For the people that can't do in person, I still do an online assessment anyway. I do a movement assessment, even if it's in person or online, before I make the program, just to make sure that everything's like good to go. I'm sorting out what needs to be sorted out. If you're a desk worker, I'll program around that, just to help you move better in life. Because a lot of people don't understand that this is what I like to say. Every fit coach should be every good coach should be somewhat of a shit physio, and vice versa. You should know how the body moves, and you should know how to get people out of pain, because pain will inhibit your ability to perform in every aspect of life. No one should live in pain. And for us, like, rehabilitation is strength training. Strength training is rehabilitation, and I think people forget about that a lot. So I want to incorporate this stuff in, but at the same time, I also want to incorporate in so that training is cohesive to whatever the fuck you're doing, whatever your life is like. So if you are, let's say, you got a family of 3, you have to go to work from like not even 9 to 5, from like 8 till like 8 at night or something like that. You can only hit the gym like twice a week. Okay, we do that, but you just understand that progress is going to come a lot slower, and we're training for general health, not to be the strongest you physically can be. For the people who are like, I want to become an elite level powerlifter or something like that, I'm like, okay, then you understand that you need to make sacrifices. That's when a lot of changes are coming. And if you can't commit to that, then maybe it's not for you just yet.
Yeah. Dude, awesome. Yes. I'm so glad you're saying all this, because I want people who are looking for coaches to hear what you're saying, where you say, how many days can you train? Because a lot of coaches, because I've gone through all kinds of like not the consults, but like looking at when coaches are wanting clients and saying, I need this information. How much do you weigh? How many days do you typically spend in the gym? But they don't say, how many meals are you willing to cook in a day, or what equipment? Some of them don't even ask what equipment you have access to, or like specific things like that. You're getting a 5-day program and you haven't even really discussed what your goals are and what you can commit to. You should probably be looking maybe at a different coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. The equipment question is also the biggest thing. Like I always ask my clients, take pictures of what you have available to you so I can base your program off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because most of all my clients, they're spread across the country. Like Luke, he trains out of 2 different gyms, and I'm just like, I need you to send me pictures of what you have available. And
Mm.
if you're traveling, like he's traveling right now, it's like do what you can. I need you to hit your top set. I need you to at least hit your top sets because right now you're peaking. So do what you can.
Exactly. I also think like that's such a solid point, to be honest. I've seen so many like cookie cutter programs that coaches just launch out. And you know what I hate about the industry these days is that they churn them out and they think like online coaching is the way to go because it makes them quick
Yeah.
money. Have to see them in person and it's going to be easy. I sometimes think online coaching is harder than in person because there's so much more prep work to do for it. There's so many more check-ins. There's like for my online clients, like I have a weekly check-in. I also have a questionnaire survey. I also like just message them throughout the week as well. It takes a little bit more. It takes a lot more, I guess, accountability from the client, but it also takes a lot more like switched on, like of a coach to coach people through online stuff. Because otherwise
Right.
you just don't have that connection. You also don't know what they're up to. They could be fucking
Yeah.
doing a completely different exercise than what you prescribe them, and you haven't known this for 6 weeks because you haven't fucking like checked in with them. Online coaching, and I
Yeah.
want to reiterate for anyone that is listening who's either a client that has an online coach or someone who wants to get into coaching and only do online. It is not just here's your program, go. Like you need to give
Yeah.
feedback. You need to be on top of your game. Like I hate those online coaches where because I've had some clients convert to me and be like, yeah, they didn't respond to me for like 2 weeks. Like what the
Jesus.
fuck? I have a 24-hour response rate unless it's the weekend. Like if you sign me on as a coach, we're in this together. It's not just be a program, do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big no-no. I've heard a lot. Like all my clients have access to my phone number. They have access to my WhatsApp. They have access to my email, my Instagram, my Facebook. Any form of communication that they have, that I have, they have. Um, to your point of people not getting check-ins with like 2 weeks, like there's a big time bodybuilding coach that does that, and unfortunately he's in our community, and I'm just like, I don't understand how you can sit there and take several weeks to respond to a client that's got a question about anything. It takes me, like, if I'm over an hour of responding, I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I was busy with work, and like they're completely understandable. Like I feel bad if it's been more than an hour, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I have a rule:
So
24 hours unless it's the weekend. I used to be 24/7, but then I realized I need one day to myself at least.
Yeah.
yeah, I used to be that
That's
way
a lot.
too. I was like, okay, cool. You know how to reach me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If I'm asleep, you're going to get a response as soon as I wake up. But recently I've like, Sundays are my day. Leave me the
Yeah,
fuck alone.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. You guys
I
got to
think
recharge too.
exactly. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people they go into it and they think it's like, oh, I'm just gonna have 30 clients a week. That's gonna give me X amount of money. If you want to stay there, you're always going to be there. You're always going to be at a very high turnover rate. I can guarantee you right now. I've seen so many coaches or personal trainers, I call them burnout because of this, like because I worked in a commercial gym before. If you want to be a coach that has a strong client base, that has strong people, or just people who are compliant, like you need to put in the work. I've had clients that's been with me, some for like 5 years now, some for even longer. And that's because like I remember one of the first things I told them was like, hey, like I know I'm new. I know I don't know everything, but I guarantee every year you're with me, you're gonna learn something different. And I stuck to that. You keep studying, you keep learning new things, you keep like talking to other coaches, like be open for feedback yourself. You know what I mean? Because this is such a progressive industry that if you don't keep up, you're gonna get left behind. There's so
Oh
many
yeah.
different ways to do something as well. So I just really don't like the ones. It's kind of like health professionals, right? There's so many good ones. There's so many bad ones out there in the world as well. But if you just think you're going to get these 30 clients, you're going to give them a cookie cutter program, but like off you go, here you go. Like you're in for a bad time.
Yeah, it doesn't work like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, and especially in our community, man. Like, I mean, I know it happens in every community, but ours, we're a marginalized community. So if you're promising a custom program to someone and you're giving them a bullshit program, it's pretty fucking low. Or you're not taking the time to say, you keep prescribing lat pull downs for back every week, but they have a hammer strength, plate loaded high row. I mean, shit, they're not even using it because they don't know what it is and you don't know
Yep.
it's in the gym.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
exactly.
mean, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and I would say everybody on here, if you have an online coach and they're not asking you these questions, what can you commit to? What do you have access to? You should ask them.
yeah,
Like, do you need to know what equipment is in my gym or what is this piece of equipment? Because I've seen this shit too. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. It's also
Best
like,
way that.
sorry, yeah, go.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
And like, this is the thing as well. This is something I saw was like, one of my clients, she recently switched over, and it was purely because I saw her just kind of beating herself into the ground with powerlifting, and I've approached her a couple of times, being like, "Hey, you need to stop." And she's like, "But I want to powerlift." I was like, "I understand that, but you at the moment you have like a list of problems exactly that require you to take a break at the moment. Does
Mm-hmm.
that mean you stop deadlifting, benching, and squatting? Absolutely not. But does that mean you need to move in different ways? Absolutely. You are so comp specific, but you are not a competitive athlete. You are so specific in these lifts, and your problems are not getting any better. So usually, what I say to people that sign up with me, especially if they have a variety of problems, doesn't matter if they are a competitor or just a Gen Pop client, is that the first 3 months are going to suck because it's going to give you everything that you fucking suck at. It's going to get you to move in directions. Let's say it's rotation or lateral flexion or anything like that. It's going to get you to move in ways that you're not used to moving, and probably why you're in pain in the first place because you suck at these movements. It's kind of like
Yeah.
off-season programming for powerlifters. You know what I mean? Instead for them, it's just a basic strength program because they're fucking weak at all these things, which is why they have that problem. I got her to sign on. She's like, "Does that mean I have to stop everything?" I said, "No." Instead of low bar squatting, for now, it's just very much very basic goblet squats because guess what? She can't even hit like 35 degrees of depth without just turning it into a full-on good morning. I was like, let's fix
Oof.
your ankle mobility first, and then we go from that. Instead of doing conventional deadlifts, let's start with trap bar so you learn how to use your legs, all right? Because you have severe back problem. You can't bench either. You are not allowed to have extension currently. So let's do some flat-footed bench, something that doesn't require much extension, anything like that. And what do you know? Within 2 weeks, she's already a lot out of pain. And sometimes
Fuck
it
yeah.
does require just to be a bit more malleable in programming, not just always give like let's do low bar squats, conventional deadlifts, like comp bench press, like even if it's especially if it's for a Gen Pop client who's already in a lot of pain. Sometimes it works great because they're not in pain, but then sometimes, like even for the competitive powerlifter, maybe we need to take away from that. Maybe stop doing low bar. Maybe if they need to learn how to hinge and compress, maybe just throwing a safety bar for now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, every client just requires something different. So don't give them always the same shit. I hate saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to be a power lifter. Okay, squat, bench, deadlift, and nothing else.
Mm,
No hinge movements, no anything like that. And
Yeah.
I mean, and you have people that have never competed and they're like, oh, I'm taking lifestyle, I'm taking male, female, trans, I'm taking powerlifting. How the fuck are you taking all of these clients and you've been in the gym for a year and a half
mm.
and it says NASM in your bio? Like, shit. I mean, they're like, and that wasn't a direct dig at anybody. It's just like a combination of everything
It
I've
sounds
seen. Like
pretty
it's like
fair.
a tidal wave of people because it's a online coaching's exploded and it's just a tidal wave of people and there's so much shit out there now and half-assed shit. The second people start to get overwhelmed with coaching and they start integrating AI and cutting corners and doing all this other shit. Like, dude, I've seen programs that people have sent me, and I'm like, ChatGPT wrote this.
Yeah.
Your online coach prompted something to write this for you. This is bullshit, and you paid them $79 for this week.
The only
Like,
reason, let's talk about AI coaching, because this has been a new thing. I even had someone ask me, like, have you ever considered using ChatGPT for your clients because you have such a huge influx of client? Maybe it will make things a bit easier for you. I was like, absolutely not. There's some things that AI just can't do. Maybe for now.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and replicate. But I was like, with AI, I think the only acceptable reason of using it as a coach is one, generating a summary for your Instagram reel.
There you go. You said it. Yes.
Yeah, or be like, hey, how do I make this idea flow a bit better for an Instagram reel? Apart from that, I just don't condone using AI for programming.
Thank you. Yeah. I
I'll use
see,
it as
dude,
like
I see
a
so much of it.
I'll use it as like a nutrient guide for some of my guys. Like if they specifically ask, and I'm like, all right, look, take this with a grain of salt, but this is what I'm thinking. And then asterisk. What's
There you
the
go.
asterisk? It's I don't know. It's
We're
the I'm
gonna
not
fuck around and find out.
certified.
Yeah. Same. I don't really do nutrition. What I actually used recently was, apart from, because I used to calculate myself and I give them recommendation guidelines because I'm not a nutritionist.
Same.
But I actually use I don't know how you guys feel about Jeff Nippard, but he's perfecta actually really well.
I love listening to Jeff Nepper stuff.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
use
phenomenally smart guy.
Yeah, I used macrofactor to drop down from like 87 to like 79. Worked great. I think it works really well. It tracks food just as good as my fitness power, if not better. And so if anyone comes to me for nutrition, I'll be like, hey, don't do this, but pay $20 a month. This app works great.
Awesome. Yeah.
I would love to
Respect
cut, but I
on the
like food
AI
too
shit.
much.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's why,
Yeah.
because like after we get off here, I'm gonna go to IHOP and get 2 rounds of pancakes and get fat.
Dude.
What weight class are you
You're about to
thinking?
deadlift tomorrow, man. You fucking earned
110.
it.
Okay. I can't imagine myself at 110. I think I'd be a bore.
I'm also 5'6".
Yeah, you got more height than me. So.
Dude, I forget that we're not the same height. Scott, I
Yeah, you
swear
tall
every time we
fuck.
talk, dude, I swear, like, I feel like Scott and I are the same height. And then you say you're 5'6", and I'm like, I don't believe that.
Well, remember, my personality is 6'7", so.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, currently I'm like walking around at like 105, 104 and a half. So pretty low into the 100s, actually. So I'll be
Would
curious
you
to see
compete
what I
at
wake
under
up.
25? Is that the weight class over there? Or under
So
100?
it's under 110.
Okay.
So it's between 100 and 110.
That's
So
pretty
yeah, it is. It's a
okay.
pretty big gap.
Yeah, it's all right. Time to, I guess, carb load, like you said. More beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Yeah, I'm anxious to start prep next week.
I'm anxious for you, man, because I'm going to be living life. Shit. Respect to you guys, though. Shit.
I think the next comp I'll probably go in sanctioned will be next year. I've been competing, but they're
Okay.
always like non-sanctioned comps or anything like that. But yes, I'm hoping to hit APL in Artists Federation next year. And if I could, a 580 total would be nice. If I'm dreaming, a 600 kilo total would be nice. I had this like crazy dream of being at 600 kilos and doing a 600 kilo at a 75 kilo weight class. But recently, when I cut down to 78, 79, I was like, man, this feels like shit.
Oh, no.
Like
Dude, but you just
200
said
on
it
my
on the
back, like
pod.
shit.
You have to do it now. You just said it. You've put it out there. I don't know. This could be it,
I've
man.
kind of made my bed that if I can hit a 600 kilo total at the under 80, I think it's 82.5 or under 83, I'll be very happy.
Okay.
That'd give you
That's what
what,
we'll be looking for,
500 dots?
Something like that. I think my current total, based on my
You said
recent lift,
82,
is around the 60 mark.
that's 182. And then at what? You said 600 kilos?
Mm.
That's 1 20. That's 1323. Let's see. Total 1323 at 182. That gives you a 406.
I don't think for me the dots or anything. I don't really care about that too much because I'll be in an untested federation anyway. But
Yeah.
it'd be a nice lifetime goal to hit. It might take me a year or two to get it, to be honest. But like I said, powerlifting's a long game.
It
Yes.
is.
Jesus.
Once I hit 100 kilos, what is it? It's 900 kilos, I think it is. Once I hit a 2000 total, I'm retiring. 907. Once I hit a 907 total, I'm retiring from powerlifting. Because at that point, from competing, I'll just do like push pull, or just bench or whatever. But anything as far as like full power, I'm retiring. Squat, bench, deadlift on the joints is terrible, especially long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be 5'5" when you retire.
I'll probably be 5'2".
It depends on, I guess, the intensity that you're lifting at. I have one of my clients, lovely lady. She just turned 50 as well. She has never really done too much like proper strength training in life until she came to me around 3 years ago, and to the point where she couldn't even jump up in the air because her ankles would snap. Couldn't couldn't walk faster than a quick pace. And I love my team's physio, so he's called Jay Wook. He's dealt with me for 4 years now. He takes care of my whole team, and he's probably the only person. Because I got hit by a car like years ago. My back has never been the same since, and it's always popped. Yeah, it's always popped under like heavy squats and stuff like that. But this is probably the healthiest I've ever been in my body hitting these numbers. Like I can walk afterwards, which is I know that's such a low bar, but I can walk after my squat. I can walk after my deadlift. That never used to be a thing. I couldn't even reach down to like put my shoes on or anything like that because my back hurt so much. But he's done amazing. It did take a year off from powerlifting to do everything properly. But with her, we worked together, and now, like I think two almost 3 years later, she's got a goal now to hit 170 kilos on a platform because she's competing for the first time in September. But she recently squatted 100 for 3. She benched 60 for 2. She deadlifted 150 as well, and this is at 50 years old. You know, she is like absolutely insane. I love her. I love her to bits and pieces. And she even is considering going into masters at this point.
Nice.
Yeah. So it is hard. It is fucking hard on the joints, but at the same time, like you see these crazy stories, like how it actually, like she can actually jump in the air now. She ran for the first time in probably a decade. Like I can't.
Oh my god.
You know, like so.
Strength training is for everyone, man. It's not just for the younger generation. It's literally for everybody.
No, but I do understand your thoughts of retiring from competing. I think once I hit the age of 35, I think that'd be it for me. But training, on the other hand, never stops, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So now that we're on age and getting older, has your training from when you started to now, has that changed?
Oh, 100%. Not like, okay, talking about just powerlifting wise, the style of training to do, the style of programming and the style of everything, even cues and stuff like that, it's changed drastically thanks to meeting a lot of different coaches and athletes over the years and a lot of different help from people. And my physio, of course. But as for how training has changed in general, even before I transitioned 4 years ago, I think I was a pretty strong girl back in the day. I weighed around probably around 90 kilos, and I squatted 160. I benched 95, and I deadlifted around 160 as well. For a female, that's not too bad. Has it changed a lot? Probably not. I still go into my sessions. They're still fucking long as hell. If not longer.
I feel that.
But everyone thinks like, and let me rephrase this. I know I said powerlifting takes patience. It's not just patience of the years, it's patience in your fucking session. The stronger you get, the longer they get. Like it's insane. You know, I think this week was my last week of the block and my last day of the week was heavy deadlifts and then squats. That took me 2 hours, just 6 sets in total. You know, I was
Mm-hmm.
so fucked. I was so fucked. I think we hit a bowling PB of 180 kilos for deadlifts for 3 sets of 4, and then a back down at 170 kilos for the set of 4, and then I had to do high bar pull squats, and that took me fucking 2 hours. Yeah, you think 5 minutes is enough of a rest
Dude.
period? No, it's not. So has it changed? Definitely in the style. Has my mentality and all that changed around it? Absolutely not. I think, if, in fact, maybe a bit. It's just gotten better. I'm probably not as impatient as I used to be.
I'm
That
used to
comes with
like,
age.
yeah, it does. It does. I'm used to like spending 3.5 hours in the gym, whether I'm in season or off season. So
Yeah, yeah.
powerlifting is just it's one of those things, but it's nothing like it.
I know we get like, and the thing is, like, I know social media loves to make fun of powerlifters at the fact that like we rest for so long, but hey,
Yeah.
buddy, I'm lifting at your fucking maximal and go into another set in 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 You don't just see, like, you don't just see stars, man. You fucking hear stars after that set.
Oh my god. There. So when I first got into raps, I was in prep and I was supposed to do an RPE 10 at like 440 pounds. So I grabbed Phil, I grabbed Lex, and I grabbed my former friend, and I was like, I got this for 5. I might die. They're like, all right, cool. First 4 went great. The 5th, I start coming down, and I feel all the blood rushing in my head, and I'm just like, I'm probably gonna pass the fuck out. So I
Yeah.
come up out of the hole. You see my body go forward, and then I start coming up. I passed out on the way up on that 5th rep. I don't remember racking it. I don't remember like hearing people in the back. I don't remember that shit.
Fuck, that's
It
crazy.
Yeah, it took me probably like 10 minutes, 10 15 minutes to recover after that.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So people that's like, oh yeah, like you guys wait forever. Well, it's like we don't have a choice. You know, sometimes the body,
Seriously.
yeah, sometimes the body will tell you, hey, like I know 6 minutes has gone, but it's not ready. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Sit down. Sit the fuck
Exactly.
down.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to ask you guys this real quick. A7 rigor mortis in the sleeves. A lot of people compare them to wraps. I've
I've
done
had them
wrap.
both.
Yeah, I've done wrap squats probably twice. Would I do it again? Absolutely not. Does it suit me? Yes. Does it hurt? Fucking yes. Which is probably why I went for it.
I've never used wraps, so this is
Oh,
all Scott. I've literally never used them. Always done raw. Never. But I want to do wraps once, but now Scott, I need to hear this. I need to hear what your opinion is on this.
So what's the question?
people
What's better?
people compare them to wraps. There's also a lot of talk about them being like, oh, it's cheating using these. Like the 1 inch benches aren't cheaters either. Don't get me wrong, my bench is probably like 5 inches, but anyway. But it's just like it's cheating. Like you shouldn't be using it. My thoughts were once I tried them, once I got up to above 180 kilos on a squat, they assisted in no way whatsoever. For me, is it comparable to wraps? Absolutely not. But I think, and this is my opinion, for let's say a 60 kilo lifter is squatting 120, yes, absolutely, it helps you a lot because that rigidity of the sleeve will get you the fuck up. But I think after a certain weight, it just does nothing. And I think you would have a better comparison squat because you squatted in wraps a lot more. What do you think about them?
So I think the answer is it depends. It really depends on where you're failing in the squat. So if you're failing in the squat in the hole, for me, it's going to help a lot because I don't have an ass. All right, I my ass is flat. So in the hole, it definitely helps me sit up a lot faster. Um, let's see. Damn, it's been a while since I've been in wraps. I would say they are somewhat comparable, but not a whole lot. The first week after the first session back when I had my wraps, I squatted 525 for the first time ever in wraps. That's like 2 kilos. It's 525. Damn, it's been a while since I did that. I miss squatting heavy.
They'll come back soon. You say that, but then on the weeks you squat heavy, you're also like, fuck, I can't wait for this to be over.
Yeah. So I squatted 240 after maxing out of squatting 485. So I PR'd by 60 pounds in reps that first week.
Mm.
So will I go back to reps? Fuck yes.
Mm.
Will I stay in sleeves because it's easier? Yes. I guess it really all depends. But like the old Inzer sleeves, they were 100% just like wraps. So the wraps that I used were the ghost wraps that are out of Miami.
Mm.
And
Are you talking about the Ergo sleeves, the Inzers?
The Inzer sleeves, the original Inzer sleeves that were thick as fuck, compared to the ghost wraps.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if the original Inzer sleeves is
Actually, the A7s are a lot more stiffer than the rigor mortis. I own the rigor mortis. Yeah. I have a pair of the rigor mortis. They're like my training comp sleeves, but I train in them for during prep. But I actually have a set of sleeves from Hansu that I use for my meets, which they are stiff, like the original Inzers, and it is crisp.
I
We just
I
ain't
have
putting
the
them
worst
on.
leg shape in the world to use off is like 40. Just the way to get them on, I can barely fucking take them off. It takes like 2 people to help like off. It's pretty fun squatting it basic.
Right.
They don't. Yeah.
When I had a pair of Iron Rebels, and that's how it was for me. Like my foot turned purple and my ass went to sleep, and I was just like, "This is new." Oh, look at the puppy! Hello.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh my god.
well, anyway, let them off.
Oh
Oh
no!
shit. Dude, what a fucking beast though.
Damn.
What a fucking beast.
Yeah, seriously.
You're like, my kidneys are good. I'm getting on the platform now. All right.
That's wild.
That
It was
concerning.
yeah.
You're like, have the ambulance drop me off at fucking me right now. Dude.
I tore my calf while I was in prep.
How do you even do that?
I was celebrating the Eagles Super Bowl win in Philadelphia.
That's what you fucking get.
Shut up!
I just hate how like a lot of like
Oh my god.
like there
Oh
was
my
this
god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Oh my god. Dude, how horrible.
Next time you go to try to take knee sleeves off, please use a trash bag. It takes 5 seconds, dead serious. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna roll the bottom part of the knee sleeve up. You're gonna take the trash bag and wrap it around and tuck it. Take the part of the knee sleeve that you rolled up, put it down, and then you'll be able to work it down so much faster.
Fair enough.
I've got a video. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's insanity.
But yeah, Paul.
Dude.
No?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I
Did
can't
you
even
say that
imagine.
to her after she broke her neck? Shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they weren't even that tight at all.
Yeah. I think it was just one of those freaks.
Yeah.
That's wild. Absolutely insane.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta do
I
some
gotta
shit.
get to bed.
Okay, man. Tell everybody again. Instagram, any social media you're on. Where can people find you? Where can people apply for coaching? All of it.
Absolutely.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah.
There you
I'll link everybody for the in the summary of the podcast as well.
It's gonna be
And
so
check
much
out
shit
this
talk about
dude's
spiders.
Insta. Dude, I gotta say, check out this dude's Insta. Like he is so fucking strong, dude. This is awesome. So
Thank you.
yeah.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you. See you guys. Have a good one.
See ya.
See ya. That's a pod.